Hello, it's West Crow, and this is the weekly pagan challenge, and this week's question I think is week 43, and it is, what does this time of year mean to you? So it's actually Halloween right now, Samhain, hence why I got a little hat on. Again, I might as well get some use out of it, and a little bit of orange and black, blood, fake necklace thing. As you'll probably hear throughout the rest of this video, fireworks. I'm always growing up with fireworks on Halloween, and the weeks leading up to Halloween, fireworks at night. But I've been told that that's not a normal thing, that that's more of a British Columbia, Lower Mainland thing. Also, this is probably going to be very similar to the last, what does this time of year mean to you? Because the last time I did, what does this time of year mean to you? I was gearing up for Halloween, so I was talking about Halloween the whole time. So it's probably just going to be a recap of that. So this time of year means to me there's a crispness in the air, there's an energy in the air, and it's just really refreshing and nice. I get to go out and go shopping for myself and for the rest of the house. I pick up some things that are specifically for Halloween, but I also pick up a lot of things that are Halloweenish, but they stay in my house throughout the rest of the year. So yeah, it's a great time to go pick up that stuff. I get to do pumpkins, which is one of my favorite things. I think I'll probably be posting a video of that. I did 2 of them. And I actually was able to get one out before dark. I always do them the day of. It's just always been a tradition of mine. Me and my dad started that when I was a kid. I'd come home from school and I'd draw the pumpkin that I wanted and he'd cut it out for me and then he'd carve it, and then I get ready for trick-or-treating, we go trick-or-treating. When I was able to carve my own pumpkins, I just carried on that same tradition of carving them the day of. Plus, right now too, I want to be able to feed the chickens. I've given the chickens some of the innard stuff from today, but I'd like to be able to give the pumpkins when I'm done with them, and I'll leave them out for a day or two. So leave the pumpkins out at least until, let's see, it's Monday now, so I'll probably leave them out at least till Wednesday afternoon. And if they haven't, there's one of them went sort of crappy before I even got into it, so I'll probably have to cut out the piece that's bad. But I'm hoping to give them to the chickens, so I don't want to soak them in bleach and all that other stuff that people use to preserve them. I want to be able to feed them to the chickens, or at least compost them. So yeah, pumpkins are part of this time of year that I really like. It's a tradition I really like to do. I had maybe 15 kids come to the door, and I think they're done now. We're out in the farm area, so the kids are actually driven. They're not walked, they're driven in cars, and we had one group of 12 of them. And that was the majority of them. So I decorate the house, I do pumpkins, I get dressed up, and I'll listen to Halloween music once I'm done this, because if I don't, I feel crappy. Halloween's my time of year that I love. So if I don't do anything, if I don't at least do pumpkins, I end up feeling really crappy if Halloween passes without me at least doing pumpkins or something. When I was a kid, it was a toss-up with my favorite holiday of whether it was Halloween or Christmas. Christmas you got gifts, but Halloween you got to get dressed up, and it was just more fun. As I got older, the gifts just weren't worth the stress of Christmas. And then as far as the Samhain goes, obviously when the veil is the thinnest, so it's a good time to do your ancestor work or divinations or things like that. So what I'm planning on doing is I'll probably be making dinner here in a minute, well, a few minutes. Fireworks. I love the fireworks. I might go out and watch the fireworks for a while. But anyways, when I make dinner, I'm going to put a little bit of food aside, and I think because I had the cats this year and they can get up on the counters. Last year they couldn't get up on the counters, they were too small. I'll have to cover the food, I guess. So that'll be different. We'll put a little bit of food, and I'm going to put out, I have my old cat's dish, the one I had from when I was in grade 3 all the way till she was 21 years old. So I'm going to put out her dish for her tonight. And then I might break out the tarot cards or something. We'll see. We'll see how far I get. So it's sort of New Year's for a lot of pagans. I'm sort of on, I still celebrate the modern New Year's. That's sort of, yeah. But I also sort of consider this a New Year's in a way. Things I do magically, things I do introspectively, things of that nature, spiritually, energy-wise. They're sort of the things I'll think of at this time of year, and maybe sort of make New Year's resolutions, sort of, not really, but that's along those lines of things at this time. Whereas New Year's is more just, it's everybody around the world that's recognizing that day as the New Year, so, or at least most people. So it's sort of like just that energy that's going around at that time where everybody's recognizing it. That's more what that time of year is about for me in the modern New Year's. I made the decision to start a Halloween leg, and last year I got a very big tattoo on the back of my calf, which is some roses and a raven skull. I wanted it to kind of stand on its own for a while. This year I got a bat, a flying fox, on the side. We didn't put we're thinking that it's probably going to have the full moon behind it, but I only want one full moon on my leg somewhere. So we're not 100% sure where we're going to put it yet, because we probably want something else with the moon as the background, like sharing the background there. So my tattoo artist, opted to not do the moon right now this year, and once we figure out what's going on with the rest of the leg, because it's still like I only have 2 pieces on there. One's a very big piece. Once we figure out more what's going on there, then he'll add in the moon to the background. But I'm very happy with it. It's I would show it right now, but it's in the nasty, scabby stage, which nobody wants to see. So, fireworks. I find it weird how other places don't have fireworks at this time of year, just because I've always grown up with fireworks on Halloween. So that's another tradition I missed when I was up north, is I couldn't do pumpkins because pumpkins are too expensive, and they didn't do fireworks at Halloween, which is really disorientating, for me anyways. So I like being back down here with the fireworks and being able to do pumpkins and all the rest of it. So yeah, I think that's it for this. Bye.